The snow is kind of a good news, bad news situation. Bad news for the tree damage, power outages we dealt with, but really good news for the drought and for the fun.
That's right. Kids got a snow day and a ton of fresh snow to get out and play in. Jennifer Meckles is live here in Denver to show us how people made the most of a May's snowstorm.
And even more good news, guys, it's like melting away. You barely knew it snowed if you walked outside here in Colorado. The back patio of 9 News this morning was actively snowing. This afternoon it was dripping off those heavy, wet branches. Now, I'm like, what snow? What snow are we talking about? But for the kids, what a gift. A snow day in May and just a chance to have a little fun.
As you can see, we were trying to pave a path, and it takes a little bit because there's so much snow. It's like a good foot maybe almost. And so yeah, we just want to see if we can be the first ones to get it going.
Our morning show team stopped by a hill in Ken Carroll this morning and found a dad out there with kids trying to move through foot-deep snow. No school, tons of snow, a promise of hot chocolate later. Try topping that. Another guy was visiting from Texas and decided to bring his nephews out to go sledding. Visiting from Texas, he didn't have the clothes he needed for the snow, so he had to go to Goodwill and buy some today. And then back here in Denver, a lot of people, do you want to get outside or do you want to be inside on a day like this? The Denver Zoo had planned to open late and say, come on by, it'll be pretty fun, except they were having trouble with all their trees and the heavy wet snow pushing the limbs down. It made a big mess, so they actually had to stay closed all day.
Wasn't so much our ground conditions, but today we're more concerned about the aging canopy and that great tree coverage that currently could provide a hazard and has a lot of cleanup to be done.
So the Denver Zoo says they're really hoping to get back open again tomorrow, but if that's something you want to do tomorrow on Thursday, just double check in the morning before you go so you know if in fact they are open. They're going to see what the tree situation looks like a little bit later, which, guys, really is the story of the day today, right? The downed tree lines, kids having so much fun in the snow, but you got to be safe, of course. And it's just so joyful, right? It's so joyful to wake up and say, hey, guess what, kids? You got a snow day today. We have to celebrate those little victories.
Yeah,
First one of the year for DPS, same for Cherry Creek.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then just to hear your kids squeal in the morning, like both of them were like, is school canceled? And I'm like, yep. And then they squealed. Ava too?
Yes, well, they go to sleep so late. They knew last night going to bed. So, it is what it is.
I love it. All right, Jenny, thank you.